Hello, Jesse Good here, reviewing the LEGO Power Miners Rock Wrecker set from 2009. It has one big fig, one minifigure, and it retailed for $35 in the United States with 225 pieces. Now let's take a look at that big fig. So this big fig is called Geo Licks. He sounds like a fusion of Onyx and Geodude, but he does have that nice lime green color, and he's one of the two Rock Monster big figs. There's also the Lava Monster big fig as well, making 3 Power Miner big figs overall. I love that dual molding with that translucent lime coloring. It just looks really neat, molded onto that gray color. It's a great contrast that is very similar to that of the Rock Monsters. Either way, his mouth or anything doesn't really open, but there are some dual molded teeth where you got the teeth that's kind of molded onto this face, which is really cool as well. The two arms are actually two separate molds that are attached to the arms just like that, where you can see they have pins on the end. This one on the right actually has a little play feature where if you flick this up, it moves the arm up like that. The one on the left, on the other hand, is just one that you could crank up and down. You could still crank this one up and down if you'd like, but it doesn't really stay still at particular areas. That's okay because that whole thing is actually part of a play feature. The play feature here involves this little round cylinder, and if you put that on top of the hand and then you flick this down, it throws the little cylinder just like that. It's nothing too special, but it works pretty darn well, so I really do like playing around with that. There's also some translucent lime green crystals from Power Miners at the top with those 8 studs on top of the molded body. And overall, it's just a really cool figure to get in a cheap set like this because these big fig rock monsters come in $50 and over sets, and this set's only $35. This guy right here is Rex, and he comes in a lot of the Power Miner sets. This time he has goggles on his blue helmet, and he has a kind of determined angry face right there, and a scared face right on the back. So here's the Rock Wrecker vehicle. It doesn't really look good from like this angle, but when you look at it top down, it does look pretty darn cool, honestly. There's some nice stickers and lots of play features here and there that we'll get to. But you can already see the stickers are on like the main feature of this, which are these big razor blades. You can see the stickers have a lot of gunk on them, like that's just a little design with scratches and everything to show that these have been through a lot, which is really cool. There's also stickers up here on these tiles, which are a little bit matted, honestly. They have some texture to it, which is really nice. And this little sign with the 8, indicating that it was the 8th Power Miners vehicle. There's some stickers up here to just add more detailing, even stickers on the side. And the main play feature, of course, is when you push this along, all these parts move. So you got the razor blades moving, you got the, of course, wheels moving, and there's even these little wheels in the front that are made to kind of chop down rocks. Really cool looking feature right there where just everything moves. The windows are a little bit tinted, so it's a little bit hard to see Rex driving the vehicle, but if you want to take him out, all you have to do is remove the roof, which is a little bit hard to remove, honestly, without breaking some parts, but you could just kind of flip it open like that. And inside you could see Rex actually has space for a little bit of a coffee maker on the back, which I really like that feature right there. It's just really kind of pointless but funny. They have a cup and everything. And then there's a steering wheel, but really no other detail inside that little cockpit. The windows are tinted, and I like how they use an inverted windshield. I think that's a really clever building technique. And on the side, they actually have a little drawer holding some crystals, which are translucent lime. And there's 2 of them in there. There's a shovel. There's also this kind of thing, which you could position up. And there's a net catapult and a flick and fire dynamite. Now I'm just going to push on the dynamite since it is one of those rotating things, which is kind of hard to fire. And you can see you can kind of launch it pretty far. But with the net, it's a little bit harder to launch far, so you're going to have to put like Geo Licks right here, or maybe hold him and then kind of push down like that and use the illusion that you captured him with this net, because it's really hard to push that thing far. And when you're done playing with those, you could collapse them down just like that, and they kind of hide away that way. And on this side, it's almost identical to the other side, except there's a pickaxe this time around. And you can see in the middle, there's lots of space, which is kind of annoying. I don't know. It's just, I wish they would have put something in there because it looks kind of vacant. Maybe if they put like an engine or something. There's a little bit of an engine design on the back right here and on the top. But I don't know why that middle is just kind of vacant. I do like how they use these big kind of wheels that they use with like the Thunder Driller on the back right here in an opposite position, because it makes for just one huge wheel that looks really craggly and cool. And the Rock Wrecker is pretty big for a $30 set, but that's it for the builds. And now let's go on to the box and the final verdict. Here's the front of the box, the back, and there's one instruction booklet that has some advertisements for some of the 2009 sets on the back right there, which looks really darn cool. Oh, I want the titanium command rig so badly. And there's even this little poster of the older sets, and I think some of the newer ones. So overall, the Rock Wrecker is a pretty good set. It's not like a standout of the line, but as a cheap way to get Geolix, I think the vehicle itself is a nice compliment. It's not like the best design though. I think they could have put a lot more pieces, or not a lot more, but just a little bit more pieces, especially because it's a $35 set. I know the size is to tower over Geolix. That makes sense, but there's a lot of empty space, including the ones in the middle, where there's really nothing there, and on the bottom, it seems very empty. I wish they would have just used a little bit more detailing, and it would have made it look a lot more cooler, and they could have gotten away with that because it was only 225 pieces for the price that you pay. Either way, I'd end up giving this set a B. I still think it's a pretty good set and a cheap way to get him. But secondhand prices now bring the set to around 50 or 60 sealed, so good luck with that. Either way, that's really it for this review, and I will see you guys later. Bye.